Can't with Marcelo, man. Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's get focused here. For those of you tuning in, what's up? What's up? As usual, remember that day trading is risky business. All right. Remember, if you're new to the channel, do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Most traders lose money. Okay. And utilize a simulator or small size before using a live account. Other than that, do not blindly copy trade. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers. Another weekend of emailing YouTube. Hopefully this is finally the day, the week that the fake ads can stop streaming, stop playing. Well, I tell you, these platforms are pretty crazy, man. So this is the new look for now as we work on our Guardian account. A few pre-market trades here. Not too many, just a few quick ones. HSDT, PMN, RDHL, those are the top stocks that came in pre-market. We were, is the word flamingling with some hotkeys because we're trying out something new here, which is this this piano style foot pedal to see if we can get some good you know, some good action from the hotkeys. And maybe the white behind my head is not the best. I'm also in the way. Maybe I put this over to the side. Maybe I put this one to the left or maybe into the middle. Let's drag this over here. Boom, boom, boom. This might look a little bit better. I'm thinking like for the people on YouTube, right? Like the black inside of the order entry might be better for my hat. That way, like, it doesn't, blend in. I think that looks a little bit better. We are live. It's time once again. Okay. I'll write up a watch list. I'm watching at PMN, RDHL, and HSDT. I think there might be one more. I'll double check. And by the way, this scanner on the bottom left, I gotta fix. Yeah, for those of you who are utilizing the free trial, the 14-week free trial, please, if you're not active in the chat, I will remove you. Today, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to add you guys to another role. That way I can like differentiate a little bit better. But the Beast, what's up? I know you are on the 14-day trial. What's up? Marcelo, man. What do I say about Marcelo? Marcelo will be on the live stream again pretty soon. So you guys can hang out with the mighty. I'm probably going to take like a week off next month. There's a high chance. So the mighty and then also SABS is going to maybe give it a shot for one of the days. Marcelo, man. Someone saying hello from Trinidad. Sean, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Okay, so there's 7 minutes to the opening bell. We got our watch list stocks in terms of which one is looking the best right now. Let me see how HSDT. It was a little bit more. Is it? Yeah, it was a little bit more pricey. We got up to highs of 1645. Is that right? No, 19 actually, over 1920. Since then, we've pulled back below the VWAP. And, you know, this is where the open can be interesting. We've been seeing good momentum the last week and a half after 9:30. So is today going to be a day where we can see HSDT curl up some more? You know, will we see that opening bounce, that extra volume come and give this thing a bit of a relief bounce? Back over VWAP could be interesting over 1530s, 1550. I think it's definitely worth keeping an eye, at least. You know, we'll see. And I got to put, I'm going to put this over to the 5 minute, by the way. Let's see, 180 days, 5 minutes. Nice. I don't know. I think this setup is a little bit more clean as well. HSDT. Yeah, you know, it looks decent. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be active right away into the open, but it's possible. AMIX from earlier. This is also another one that kind of came up a little bit. Pushed up and sold off though. Doesn't look like much right now. PMN. The thing with PMN for me is, you know, are we going to be volatile? Are we going to be able to see big moves in short time frames? If this one is more of a grinder, honestly, I'm probably not going to touch it like at all. Let me just see PMN on E-Trade. By the way, the Tesla swing trade going fairly well, right? Recent highs, we had 125 on the daily chart, and then if we do get over 130s, 134, potential room to 157. So 134 and then 157. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just put it right here. Edit 134. Bro, being that I'm on this single screen now, I got to be even more careful when I'm putting in passwords. I tell you, live streaming, man. Good old live streaming. Good old live streaming. You got to be on your P's and Q's here, or else that's it. Not for the faint of heart. So how many of you guys have got your accounts blocked at Schwab that are profitable? That's a good question here for the audience. I'm using Guardian today, but I think tomorrow, I was thinking like a full week of Guardian, but I think tomorrow I might open up the, or maybe even today. Today I'll open up the Sage Trader account and then see how it goes. Bro, good luck sending me an email, bro. I haven't read my emails in like 3 years. Sorry to say. Honestly, the best way to reach me is probably through the chat room. If you're in the chat room, you can message me there. I'll respond fairly quickly. KB, what's up? The old RT and this RT is the same RT, brother. By the way, 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes to the opening bell. I still do have, of course, the I still got the scanners, the day trade dash scanners, but it's up to the side. This scanner here, I gotta fix this. This needs some work here. But I mean, for now, it's like a placeholder. If not, we're gonna be looking at the computer screen, like the desktop screen. So it'll work for now until we get the high-low tick properly suited. Let's see. Yeah, so here's a look at the day trade dash scanners in case anybody wanted a quick look. And then we'll be back to business. I mean, even this can work too with the 10-second chart still on this side. We can still, you know, run this setup here like that too. I think this looks good. PMN into the open. PMN. So I'll be testing out my foot pedal here just to see. And this is definitely going to take some getting used to. Okay. PMN. Highs of 160. 30 seconds to the opening bell. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube if you're tuning in. Hit that thumbs up. We'll go back and forth between the 10-second chart and then no 10-second chart every now and again throughout the stream. All right. Whatever the people want, that's how we can have it. I don't mind. Okay, let's just pull this down. I'm noticing the level 2 from Guardian looks a little different, like order wise. I don't think the depth is as much as the Schwab level 2. $32 by 25. There's 32 again. So right now we've been in this like downtrend. You know, can we get above 35 and start to hold above that level? The biggest thing with me not having this thing on is that I can have the scanner on without being on the stream for too long. Ross is like, hey, you know, I don't mind you showing the scanner every now and again, but to have it on for 2 hours straight, you know, is a little it's a little too much. So 36 down to 30. The first 3 minutes here, I don't mind just waiting, you know, just kind of see what we get. And take a look at HSDT. I'm also going to put on the Zendu scanner too, just to see if there's anything different there. I'll pull that up, bring down my audio just a little bit. What I do like about the free Zendu scan is that when there is a hot stock, it just locks onto that one, and it shows as a bit of a bigger size. So nothing yet. HSDT is down a bit. RDHL, not really much. And make sure to keep an eye on the scans in the chat. MEIP, I can take a look. What's this link to? Okay, so it's linked to this one. Okay. MEIP, the halt is at 740. It's pushed up a little bit. And continuation stock actually. Is it worth it? There's a spread, at least 6 to 10 cents. I'm gonna take a small position at the whole dollar. The volume seems a little lighter, and there's no reaction yet. You know what? I actually used the wrong hotkey to go in there. Now that I'm thinking about it, gotta remember to use the foot pedal. Yeah, the volume I think might be a little too light. That's a scratch trade there. SABS definitely a little stronger here. Hmm. 440, the pre-market highs. It's right up here. All right, let's try out this foot pedal. Actually, what I'm gonna do, let's just take a random order here, just to see. Okay, 32. Let me try that again. Let's see. It's not bad. Okay. All right. Just making sure the hotkey is working there. Time. Not bad. Not bad at all. So waiting here. 50 coming up. It's coming down a little more here. Coming down. We got a new low. We got a new low. Watching. Bit of an overshoot of the landing zone. Oh, actually, is that a hotkey still? I don't think so. Okay, my hotkeys, I gotta fix. It's gonna be a good trade there though. Definitely got stopped out with size, but not bad. Size, I mean 900 shares. It's a good push. I gotta remember to stop out. Well, to fix the hotkey rather for selling half with the foot pedal, so I can get out. I'm gonna add that hotkey. I didn't expect this thing to go that much. I had 900 shares, 1,000 shares at like 20, stopped out at like 12, got back in at 20, sold up at 50, but smaller size. Let me make that hotkey real quick. Let's see, setup, hotkey. All I gotta really do is duplicate the other one and change the key. Let's see. Sell. Where is it? Dang. Okay, there it is. Order script, make a copy, commit, edit. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take that quick call. SABS. We got 2 minutes to resumption. I mean, this thing was incredibly strong. I think it is now or never. So, with that being said, we got a minute and some change. Okay, let me do this. SABS. Bro, I mean, who would have expected all the way to 5, right? I sold up at 50. I'm in at 21, I'm out at 48, 54, and 51. But who would have expected this thing to keep going? So I think it might continue to be strong. Again, we've been seeing good momentum. The first 30 minutes here after the open, first hour, as of last week. So I think this is it. Time to fly. It's pushed up a little aggressively. You missed out that last 50 cents there, but I think I don't need to see anything more to know that this is the time. All right, how do I want to approach this? Let's see. Damn, bro, these new hotkeys is like scrambling my mind a little bit. Gotta get used to it. Okay. Nothing like learning some new tricks. We got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I can pull up the 10-second chart here too. But anyhow, it's 30 seconds. Hands on hotkeys. No fear. No hesitation. We're at 5:11. 7 seconds. Is it holding? Oh, that damn it. That held, bro. That's tough. 6. 6 for highs. I'm going to chase it a little bit. And I'm just going to keep going. Bro, my hotkeys. Okay. We got a little something. My hotkeys seem to be working. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any issues with partials and being stuck in. But my hotkey should get me out for the sell. Feel like a little bit of fumbling though, you know? 48 for the highs there. A little bit of fumbling here. Bro, money can be made same way, like whether Schwab or no Schwab though. Without a doubt. Looking to add here if it comes down. I do want to take a look at my 5-minute. All right, I'll cut it. Getting back in around 6. It's so weird because like I can't even tell like what looking at my level 2. It's like hard to tell what my actual like average and all that stuff is. Like I'm like going in blind almost. So I gotta like figure that out over time. Like right now, all I know is that I'm in close to 6. So I'm just gonna wait here, see how it holds up. Let's see. It's gonna be a decent push. Yeah, we kind of sold some early there. 15. Bro, I think we can be even better, but we just got to get past this this initial, you know, learning curve here, which so far so good actually. It's, you know, not too bad. We're holding up pretty well. We'll see how it continues to do on the pullback here. Got to take a look at the 5-minute chart. The lows are a little low, but you know, we'll see. Time. It looks like it might be done. It's possible. I got to get rid of the bid and the ask price on this order entry. See which one. That one over there. And I don't think I can show that one on screen unless I can remove the buying power and other things. We're getting a topping wick on the 5 now. So, you know, are we finished here? I'm actually red on it. I think I should have a net positive for cents though. Like I made more sense than I lost. It, you know, kind of got caught with some size. What was the name of this? SABS? Yeah. Well, I'll see when I look through. I took a loss on a resumption trade with size. I mean, I had the bottom though. I kind of just sold it thinking, I mean, usually it's pretty immediate. So if we're like getting stuck like that, you know, it kind of stickled out at the $0.50 before it went like a good 10 seconds, which is usually not the case. It's usually like right up or right down. If we're not going to go, it's like, you know, teleporting down. Let's see. Versus, yeah, it's not bad. So I'm going to watch this bear flag here. We've been strong, you know, there's a chance it still holds up, but we'll see. I should have took, yeah, I gotta use a little bit more size in those key trades like that. Like that was a pretty good one. It's still, you know, still showing some life. I also got to get a cancel hotkey. I need a cancel hotkey just in case my yeah, I didn't think about everything. Just in case I need to cancel first to sell. This is what happens when you're setting up. Alright, bro. Watching to see how well it holds up. 660 is high, so it's, you know, if we're pretty bullish, you know, we'll see how it does. Watching and waiting. I'm gonna recycle. I got 61 though, a little bit of a higher fill. It might come down. No reclaim. Okay. Yeah, it's having trouble this time. It's having trouble. I'd say maybe official backside. Might be official backside. MACD has turned to the red side as well. That was a good bounce here though. This is pretty convincing, but you know, maybe not. Unless we got an ABCD with a lower low here. Yeah, that resumption trade was a little tough. We got, and I gotta see something here. Let me try something here. Um, let's see. Let me check this hotkey. Let's see. That was, hold up, 52. Okay. All right, looks good. Only 80 shares there, just testing that out. Yeah, the resumption trade was a little tough. We got in at 60 and came out at 50. That was a tough one right here. Again, it's usually a quicker trade, so once we're like down at the $0.50, like we need to see that bounce coming in. If not, but that was like a 50-cent opportunity back to the whole dollar there. So a 1K trade with that size. Lower low and still fighting. This is quite the candlestick here. It looks like it could still go for a retested highs. False breakout. Can we hold? Bro, that is insane. I continue to get stopped out on these pullbacks, brother. Can we hold the line? No, we cannot. I've lost on the dips with size. Let's see. Let me just add this one last hotkey here. Add new. And let's see. All right, there we go. Okay, not bad. Okay, first day, not too bad. However, all 4 trades where I sized up on dips, I got murdered. Not good. I'm in at 6. Let's see. Hold up. Yeah, I'm in at 6. I'm in at 620, out at 613, in at 602, in at 77, 71, out at 70. Like 602 to 70 is not good at all. 30 to 13 there. Murdered on every one of those dips. And this one was with size too. This was a 6,000 share position. 10-cent loss. Was it? Okay, maybe not. I think there was one. Might have been this one. I think it was this one. Or, okay, it looks like it might have been 4,000 shares. I think I took 4,000 shares somewhere. Unless I don't know, maybe I hit the wrong hotkey too. It's possible. It might have been this one. Was it that one? No, I don't think it was this one. It was at 550. 550 around 950. So let's come back up. 950. Let's see. Maybe I hit the wrong hotkey. I don't know. 56. Okay, it looks like it was this one. Although the orders are like broken up into chunks. Yeah, okay, it was definitely this one. Yeah, that was 54, 51, 44. We added. I think we added once or twice. And out at 47, 44, 43. Now we're definitely at a net negative in cents as well. 10 cents here. 52 to 37. I think a bad thing I did too. I honestly, like right here, I think I let my guard down a little too much on this. I thought it was gonna be done after we broke down 40s. So we had a low of 17 and then a big red to green. Not in position to catch anything low, and then also not in position to get the break of the bear flag. Had to more so try for break of 6. So I'd say all of this was chasing. If I'm in there looking early, it's a little different. Even if you miss a trade, you're still somewhat in the driver's seat because you're paying attention to the price action. So from 517 to 610, which is like $1 share push. Maybe you would have been a little. I mean, it's okay. It would have been maybe it would have been a little smarter to use a little less size too, being that it's the first day on the new platform. But I think still fair. Fair trades. Fair trades. But if it wasn't backside before, it definitely looks like backside now. All in all, the move wasn't too bad though. I think that was a good move. Volume came in around 933 and then took off from there. Let's see. Okay. Positions. The resumption has 20 seconds. If anybody's looking for like a dip bounce. There it is. So I'm going to be looking at the scans here for something else over the next 30 minutes. Ideally, though, I think this stock was enough. Like, this is where you'd want to say, okay, nice green day. I mean, unless you're really going till 4, right? If you're going till 4, then like maybe you stay on the sidelines over and over until something else comes, till something else comes. Usually we only trade till 11, 30, 12, if we push till 12. So, in the next like 30, 40 minutes, we'll see if something else hit the scans. This one might be official backside. Official backside. I haven't had any issues yet of like being stuck in the trade. I think that's still a possibility because My offsets are never going to be infinite. So wait, did I say that right? My offsets are always going to be to a limit. So if the stock ever is to like drop too quickly, there's a chance like I could be stuck in a trade, even with like fast fills. So I think looking over, I gotta like get more used to looking over after I exit a position just to see if I'm filled or not. Because a lot of that felt like just compared to TD, and I think I can set up a chime maybe because on Thinkorswim, when you buy, you get that chime, and the order entry window and the active trader is like right there together. So like I can see how many shares I'm filled and where I'm filled. Versus this, it's like I'm buying and like I have no idea if I bought or not. Right? It's like just no sound, no anything. And so maybe I'll have to put a window like this closer to my level 2 window. So looking over doesn't require looking down to another screen completely. I think that'll make sense. Maybe have it like right there on the side. And this one I definitely think I can keep here. Keeping an eye on the scanner, keeping an eye on the scanner, sidelines here. Don't forget if you're watching on YouTube to hit the thumbs up. Keeping an eye on the scans. It's the first time. It's the first time in a long time like I felt like a little uncomfortable as I traded. It's been like years, but I guess to be expected, right? With like brand new platforms and working out the kinks. So when we also sign up for Sage Trader later today, we're gonna have to dial in all the hotkeys and everything. I hope they also have a DAS. If not, I have to double check with the guys. If that doesn't have DAS, then I don't know, man. If they don't have DAS, they need to at least have like DAS like hotkeys to some degree, even if it's set up in a different way. Not seeing anything as of yet. AIRE. AIRE is a little cheaper though. Yeah, some of you guys might like this one. AIRE at 40 cents. Oh man, I said freaking stock was too good to like not make money on, bro. I mean, this has been a bad habit for me too, which is like, because at the end of the day, no one knows when we're at like a, you know, no one knows when, let's say the stock is at its end. So even when we're making new lows below conventional levels, you got to still keep an eye, because at the very least, this bear flag breakout right here was a sweet entry to be in on. Right here. What's that, like 550? And sometimes when you're paying attention to it, you're probably going to see an entry earlier. So maybe like you're probably even in at like 40, right? Because you notice the volume shift or something. And then you get that much better entry. You're more confident to hold versus me showing up, like looking back at it again, you know, like 75. It's like you're in that like a chasing position versus being in the driver's seat. The good news, the platform feels decent, feels good. I don't think I have any sort of real fees except for like the 3 trades that I took on the sub $1 stock in pre-market. Two trades. And those fees seems like commission type fees, like a little more heavy than like normal fees. Yeah. Tim saying he had the wrong stock, trying to buy bigger size. Will we see another? Although I will say last week it's been like similar to this, where there's been like one stock that gives this kind of push, and then you know it's like good luck the rest of the day finding something like this. Bro, yeah, this thing was too good to like miss, bro. We started off nice too, you know. We got that nice sweet 50-cent winner. The resumption trade, we had the bottom, but we sold it because there was like no reaction right away. Mm-mm-mm. That trade is a risky trade though because if we don't hold up, what was it? I think it was 50 was the low initially. Typically, if we don't hold up, it's like, stock teleporting down, equal and opposite, reaction, right? So instead of a 50-cent move up, it's like a 50-cent move down in addition to the small pullback that we had. So there might have been like a hidden buyer there too. It's possible. In at 60, out at 49, and then 49 to 6, then 610, 620. The boys are dialed in. I don't know what those charts are, but looks good. Yeah, there's nothing hitting the scans right now. Just still kind of waiting. SABS gave a nice move. Will we see another stock here give some opportunities? UPXI. Man, that was such a slow type. Nothing. Nah, it doesn't look that good. Volume is still low. That looked like it's That looks like it was my first time typing on a keyboard there. For those of you who are using the free trial in the chat, feel free to say something. For those of you who are in here. The beast is using full the full chat room. Sparing no prisoners. PMN at 125, pushing up a little bit. Although it looks a little thicker, we'll see if it's able to move. Okay. Yeah, the beast, man. Shout out to you. Utilizing the free trial in its full form. PMN is halting up at 34. It is locked in. I'll pull it up over here. So it's on a red to green. Uh-oh. Oh, I know. PMN. Halted up. Pre-market highs are at 160. Currently at 134. High of day at 136. So just shy of high of day. Move started from 112. So it's a nice push. Oh, shoots. Let me double check. Resumption is in 2 minutes, 34 seconds. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, to hit that thumbs up. Watching PMN on the resumption here. Got the foot pedal activated. 2 minutes to resumption. PMN. Big Steve, the key is to be accurate, bro. As long as you're not like getting caught into the flush. That's the key. $56 seconds. 56 seconds and counting. $30 seconds and counting. What are we at? 134. All right. All right, let's dial it in. We should be filled like no problem on this one too. 8 seconds, showing 136. Currently at 134. Here we go. Bro, I wanted a little bit more of a drop, bro. See, I mean, that hesitation is fine, though. It's fine. Let me put this thing back up. Yeah, my hotkeys are like still need a little configuring on some of them. Okay. Well, and this one we don't have this one at all. So when I click on a couple of those keys, I probably wasn't even in at all, which is crazy. Okay. Edit. Create a copy. Commit. Edit. And then size here. Already in use. Oh no, okay, so this is good. I think it might be a little too extended here now. It's probably gonna need to pull back. Resumption is at in 55 seconds. Showing 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. The halt is down at 34. There's a new low. There's the halt down. The 5-minute candle has 2 minutes. Why? Bro. It's like glitching out for some reason. Yeah, I'm still having some hotkey issues. Let's try putting it to a different one. Let's see. Let's hit commit and then edit. The halt down is at 29. Looks like it might get locked in. 28. All right. Writing down a couple bullet points here. Ah, bro, tomorrow once I come in, that's it, it's over. Tomorrow once I log in, I'm gonna be ready. One day to work out the kinks, and then it's just things to get used to. Like, so I'm hitting my foot pedal and my hotkey trigger at the same time, you know. But I have to make sure I differentiate between the two. Like, I have a set of hotkeys for pre-market and then a different set for the open. Got to make sure not to overlap and hit one or the other or both, right? Just got to get used to that. Also, some longer holds on the front side. I've been adding into some dips, and man, I don't know, like keeping it tight and re-averaging might be the way, because trying to scale in on some positions and they're like, you know, just the bottom, like the depths of the dips. We got another 2 minutes to resumption. So this is where, you know, I'd like look away and not even pay attention as we're like just selling off. But of course, got to make the change. Keep an eye just in case it happens to start, you know, curling up a bit. A minute 24 seconds. Okay, we got 15 seconds. We're at 128. I'm gonna try a position here, tight stop. See if it does give that bounce. Okay. No bounce. The VWAP is at 15 if it needs to go down even more. All right, that might do it for today. I'm actually not going to be trading any sub $1 moving forward. Probably not at all. Maybe a stab, but you know, probably not at all. I think I'll stick to above 1. Like, it could make sense. I mean, it can make sense, but you know, you have to be precise and accurate, and you have to be spot on with the dips. And I've been having some trouble with the dips. Checking out the chat room. Let's see. Doesn't look like anyone posted yet. Yeah, man, I think the Thinkorswim era is over. Although their charts are still nice, so I think having them up here will make the most sense, and then utilizing the other platform. So in terms of order entry, again, I'm just kind of utilizing level 2 to buy and sell. So I think for tomorrow I'll pull like this window, or I think there's another one. I'll probably pull the other one. I gotta see if I can add my cost basis, or I guess they call it the average cost. If I can add the average cost to, is this the accounts window? If I can add the average cost to the accounts window, that can be pretty good. I also want to take out, I'm pretty sure I can. I'll like mess around in there after the stream, just in case my account number shows or anything. But I'm going to take off the bid and ask price here as well, because a couple of times I look down to try to see my average cost, and I'm seeing numbers moving here, which can then make you think you're still in the trade, which, is not ideal. So Bro, tomorrow, bro, watch. Tomorrow. Bro, I gotta be. Do I have this recording? I think I should have this recording. I gotta go back and watch some stuff to see. All right, it's 11 a.m. market time. We had at this point, I'd say 3 stocks. HSDT pre-market. For those of you who are watching since 4 a.m. or is it 7 a.m. this one came? Yeah, this one came at 7 a.m. HSDT. Then we had SABS and then AIRE for the people who trade pennies. So I'd say in terms of like opportunities that came and went, we had a fair amount of opportunities. If we didn't capitalize, we have to go make the adjustments and be ready for the new day. For the people who might have had some green, some success, you definitely want to consider locking it in. And or if you're going the distance, definitely protecting the gains to be careful as you go till 4 p.m. I know half of you guys probably will be going till 4 and beyond. So I'm going to lock it in here the first day on the new platform. My first time feeling uncomfortable whilst trading in a couple of years, I'll say. There are days where pushing size felt a little uneasy, but this is like a different type of uneasy. Like I was literally buying, not even knowing where I was in or knowing if I was in or out at all. So again, making those adjustments for tomorrow and pulling up the order entry window closer to my level 2. So at least I can look over and know that I'm out of the position. Because I know with offsets, if the stock drops too quickly, you can still be in even if you hit the sell button, right? Depending on how fast it goes down. So I'll probably have to cancel and then sell again. So anytime using size is pretty good to keep in mind. But all in all, I'd say it's a good day. But we definitely should have ended green on that other one, SABA. So we got to watch that film, study up, and then tomorrow, now that we got the hotkey jitters out of the way and the new platform jitters, now we can give it a real shot and look to dial it in, lock it in. So if you're going the distance, utilize good risk management, keep it tight. And, tomorrow, day 2 with Guardian Trading. And be careful of these Christmas trees, man. If we get married to these stocks, some of them don't hold up too well. So you got to watch out for the Christmas tree. It's a very hot front side and then kind of brutal backside with the halts down as well. Almost equal and opposite. I'm utilizing, I can check out the YouTube comments here actually. Hold up and pull it up. I'm using Schwab for charts and now using Guardian Trading. OGL, or OG last name rather. OG, the 14-day trial doesn't work. Okay, I'll catch up on the YouTube comments here. You should be good for the 14-day trial if I text me your Discord name and I can fix it. Should be good. When you first join the chat room, it'll ask you to answer some questions, or is that right? Yeah. It'll force you to go over our rules and our guidelines. After you click check mark on that stuff, then it'll bring you into the actual chat room. And let's go into a standing position to see something here. Actually, was sitting for today's stream. Let's get this chair. Still crazy that they like ban platforms though. Banned accounts. I might have to get like a rug because I usually use, or maybe I just use my slippers. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that'll work. That will work. Okay, let me come back to YouTube real quick. Let's just get the couple of questions that came up and then that'll do it. Let's see. We're trying out a new platform here because accounts at Schwab, they're banning accounts left and right. If you ask me, I think it's like all profitable traders who are day trading because like the community is pretty big, and whilst we are hyper scalping, there are people in the community who are just taking 10 to 20, 30 trades a day, and they are also getting banned too. So people are saying, hey, because you take 300 trades a day. Well, someone just showed me their trader view and they're taking 20 trades a day and they've been banned. So the rules are not really clear. So for me, I think it's only a matter of time before my accounts get banned. So I'm just going to go ahead of the curve and like create new accounts with different platforms, different brokers, just to give myself like a head start. Guardian, you can connect Guardian with DAS, but you have to like set up your hotkeys. So it's also during the open. So like I had hotkeys for DAS for Schwab, but they were only for pre-market. So I had to set up new hotkeys for the open, and that's what kind of like threw me off a little bit. Also, I would only execute through DAS for pre-market, and even then, the way how the like order entry window is set up via like the Thinkorswim setup, it's pretty different because you still see your entries and your orders in the same place versus like actually looking at DAS specifically. Like I had never used this like any of these windows here. For the people who've gotten banned, they haven't really gotten any like notice. It's just been they try to like take a trade, people have said, and then like it's not working or something. So when they call in, they're saying this is the explanation they give. They say that it's something that the higher ups ordered and that there's nothing that they can do, and that the issue is above their pay grade, and that your account is like just banned. You know, if I get banned, you know, maybe I can pull a few more strings. I'd hope. I'm pretty sure I can pull some strings, and even if I can't scalp anymore on the platform, I'm thinking like at least allow me to swing trade, because I have like swing trades open right now. Like what you know, how's Tesla doing today, right? I have a swing trade position. I bought again at like 290. Let's see. It's what, a 20. It got up to 38 today. That's not bad. It's back down though, $10 already. Yeah, so the account is probably down a couple thousand on this. Well, for today, but net green from the lows, right? From the highs is probably down a couple thousand, and then I'll be holding for like maybe another couple weeks. I'm not selling until I see at least 380, 350, maybe 400, maybe like 4 something else I'll look to sell. You know, it's like sidelines cash that's just there for swings. So we don't look to use it for our main accounts or anything else other than just swings. So, you know, we'll see. Nvidia though, this was supposed to be the one, but it's a long story as to why I wasn't in with the size I should have been in down there at like 85, 90s. It's a long story, but to simplify it though, my buying power was caught up. Like I had SPY. I mean, I had a lot of SPY too, which I did sell early as well at like 560. 590. SPY. But you know, if you sell for a gain, you sell for a gain, right? I sold at 590. It's at 630. You know, 40 points extra. Man, can you imagine just the tariff dip? The tariff dip, the nonsense tariff trade wars crashed the market and had Nvidia down at 85. Of course, I'm speaking in hindsight. But back then, if it's like, you know, the next time will be interesting to see because it's like I knew I wanted to have more money, like more cash available, like without having to go in with leverage, you know? Like I wanted to go in with more cash, but I was not against trying to take out a massive loan to buy. It's risky business. It's risky. If the market keeps tanking, then, you know? But for me and how I view things and the time horizon is the key is that even if my loan has a interest rate tied to it, bro, we did what did we do? Like, I mean, we can do the math here, right? Percentage wise, I mean, and I was buying down here 480. Like my average was pretty low on SPY for the amount of money I went in with. Like if we do the math here, next time I'm not going to spare any prisoners here in these dips. I'm going in my whole life savings, everything. I'm going to take out loans. Everything that I can do, I'm doing. Now, if the next time is the time where the entire market like really crashes, like 2008, well, then I'm cooked. But this is the risk I'm willing to take. It really comes down to the sentiment of the pullback, though. Like, if the catalyst is something that we just know is not gonna have a lasting effect, because even with a depression, like unless things like really turn into like one of those sci-fi movies, the market is going to bounce back. But it might take like 8-10 years. You might not be able to hold the loan that long. But if it's like a 1-year thing, 2-year thing, and we can be back up, man. Yeah, my average here was like 485. Let's see, 485. What was the low? The low was 481. It kind of like bottom ticked actually, because I started buying like a madman down here, like lump sum. Actually, I have to check. What? No. My average was not 485. My average was 515. Yeah, 515 was my average right here. From buying low, a little shares higher, yeah, 515. 515 to where we are now. Not bad. 22%, right? And SPY is the safe way to do things. Tesla from the lows of 220s. My average here was like 77. I mean, kind of high though, a little higher here. But to the highs of 30s was at 32%. Even today, it's still another 20%. But the time is what's important, right? This is at May 10th. Today's July, right? July 20th. If this takes 10 years to do this bounce, then it's a problem. But if it's going to happen within 6 months to a year, then for me, the loan means nothing. It means free money. So, and then of course, Nvidia, the big man, the strongest company today. My average here was 110, 105, 110, not quite the bottom. And this one, 64%, especially like this type of move, 64%. You know, you can't ask for more of a return on this type of push. Insane. So next time we're gonna have more cash available. We're gonna dollar cost average in. I'm not gonna just like all in one time, like massive amounts. I think it's just too risky. But slowly buying, even if it might mean 2 shares every day once we get down low enough. And just slowly keep buying, and then just wait for the beautiful red to green. The like day trading is insane, right? Because when you get to the other side, you can build up the gains, and then from there you can then, you know, look for like the longer term stuff, because the key is to expand. It doesn't make sense to just have the extra cash just there. You know, there's options, right? Depending on what you want to do, how aggressive you want to be, how old you are. You know, you got the treasury bills, you got bonds, and then you have these type of opportunities here. And, you know, another one will come soon because it has no choice. It's just like the stock market, right? Like another strong stock is going to come soon because it has no choice. It will come again tomorrow or the next day or the next week. So another pullback is going to come for some reason. And, you know, not just for NVIDIA, but like the entire stock market. So let's just pull up the SPY. And then when it comes, if we're in position, if we have the cash on the sidelines, the disposable income, you know, that's the key. Money that we don't need. And by the way, I'll make sure to say I'm not a financial advisor, right? I'm not an economist. I'm not a financial advisor. Just kind of sharing my own personal experience on what I do. Just to make sure I say that. But yeah, you know, I'll be waiting because something else will come again. And if I have cash on the sidelines that I don't need for my personal life or my day trading account, you know, cash is just there and available, then that's the cash that I can utilize to, you know, get ahead. We do have leverage, 4 times, 6 times buying power, but with that, you have to be extremely accurate as to where the bottom is. Because if you over leverage, you can get margin called very quickly and basically go to zero, which I think is just, it's just too risky. It's just too risky. I'd rather do it in a different way where I could be more protected, you know? Like a nice bank loan. But anyhow, it's just like a bit of a sidetrack there in terms of like longer stuff. Forgetting the name of this ticker. Anyhow, yeah, that's gonna do it. So for those of you going the distance, so yeah, we day trade every day, and then we also have like swings, like swing accounts and swing trading. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the day. Shutting it down and signing out. Take care, stay safe, stay green.